Well, my last one, I don't know if you've seen it or not, is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I have not.
Have not seen this. Okay. I would be very interested to hear what your take is on it. It won Best Picture 2 years ago. It feels like what Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness could/should have been in terms of playing with interdimensionality and all that. But it's anchored, and here's where it comes back to the rest of our list, it's anchored in this familial unit of husband, wife, and their daughter, and the interplay of the relationships and the history that led them to where they are in this movie. But it is almost hard to describe of the film experience that you go through watching it. I've never seen a film like that. It's just so much of it is totally original and out of left field, and what is happening? And yet it all comes to a head where I'm crying because I don't want to tell you.
Hey, that's.
But it visually it blew me away. Writing wise, it blew me away. Acting. It got Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, the little kid.
Yep.
He plays the dad, and he won supporting actor for it at the Oscars. And then the mom won Best Actress. The daughter was nominated but did not win. Jamie Lee Curtis won for Best Supporting Actress. So, the performances are strong. There's moments where it's just completely weird and absurd, and there's moments where it's
I like weird and absurd.
Completely just gut-wrenching, and again, it's all driven by and in service and anchored to this: will they reconcile? Can they reconcile? Can they have the blinders taken off and see each other for what they are, not what they believe each other to be? And it is...
That's good.
A stunning film, I would say.
That is good. Like your description of that right there, because that's so often, like as we navigate the world we live in today, how often do you perceive things, perceive people in a certain way that in time you kind of find out was completely wrong. If you're in a room and you think somebody's looking over at you, talking about you, odds are they're not. But we'll get it in our mind that they are, or that these two friends are conspiring to hang out and do things together without you because they don't like you. When really that's not it at all. It just happened chance of the way the last couple connection things went. And one of the last times you got together, you said, I'm going to be so busy I won't have time to hang out for a while, so they were trying to be respectful and not bother you. It wasn't that they didn't want to hang out with you, it was just like, probably going to be a busy couple months, so we'll just let them do their thing for a while. Not thinking that you're going to be like, they hate me now. No, actually we don't.
No.
We just thought you were going to be busy, so we just weren't going to bother you. You want to go see a movie?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm kind of busy.
You jerk.
That's what we're saying. We're trying to, but I want you to ask so I feel included. So you can reject me? That doesn't feel very good to me.
Yeah, but then I know you won't hate me.
Oh,
hey, more people don't hate me.
Navigating relationships in life.
That one sounded like it was grounded in truth, sir. I don't think you made that one up. So, like I said, I would be very intrigued to hear your take on it. And I would say, just because the visualness, the visual scape of the movie is so here and there, and the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like, it takes, for me, a second viewing to be like, oh, I get all of it, and now the second time I could just enjoy the film, not trying to just grasp what's going on. which is another
So you say I
earmark
have
of
to
a good.
commit to watching it twice. You're really selling this thing.
Maybe,
Like, you have to,
you don't have to, but
I
you'll
don't
get
know,
a
it's
lot
kinda
more out of it the second
weird.
time. I would say.
I don't know if your upselling skills are going the right direction.
So, and another part that I loved about it was that it's centered around a Chinese American family, which, for whatever reason, there's been a narrative that non-white stories don't play as well, but specifically Asian stories don't, and that's been kicked to the curb in the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
And this one, I would say, the most is. Like, it is the core of the story, and I could not care any more about this family than I do any other family that I've ever seen in a movie, and it is so affecting and so well done, and yeah, I will stop overselling it now, so you won't be disappointed.
Don't worry, by the time I get to watching it, I'll remember how much you sold it.
But yeah, again, one of the most original films I've ever seen, but for sure, one of the most, if not the most original film to ever win Best Picture. I would say followed by like The Shape of Water, which is a very interesting, weird.
I haven't seen that one either.
It's set in like the early 50s, and this woman is like the cleaning lady at this biological research facility where they've caught like a swamp thing, essentially, like a humanoid that can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
And she falls in love with the creature and sneaks him out, and they have a love affair, which is, again, a very weird storyline, because it's like, is it bestiality? I'm not sure. It feels like it is, but he's very human, but not quite.
Is this wrong or not? I'm not sure.
But Guillermo del Toro, notoriously great storyteller, if weird settings to tell stories in.
On that,
I think it definitely was nominated. I think it won Best Picture. Maybe
he's the one who did all
5 or
the
6
Troll
years.
Hunters. Did you see any of the
Did not.
animated series? Troll Hunters, 3 Degree, or 3 Below. Oh, what's the other one? It's a good animated series.
Okay.
As
Yeah,
a
the
kid,
first thing of his I ever saw was Pan's Labyrinth. And then I don't know if I'd have to look at his film history to know, but again, it's a very similar style. Not a similar style to like a Tim Burton, but
Yeah.
his style doesn't always speak to me. I would say of the films he's done, Shape of Water is probably my favorite, but it's still very weird. Not quite as weird and off the wall as Everywhere All at Once, but
I like weird though.
I hope you watch it, and I will be very intrigued to hear your thoughts on it.
All right. I'll add it to my log.
No, you watch it tonight. Tomorrow? Hey, it's a long weekend. You don't work on Monday.
We got a football draft.
Monday night.
I gotta get prepared.
Oh, come on. But this is definitely a movie you can't be prepping your draft order while you're trying to watch.